I'm not going to say, you're so right, haters going to hate breakers, but to Taylor Swift, who I met.
Welcome to MsMojo, and today we're counting down our picks for the wildest moments during the epic Gladiator II press tour.
And I'm a movie nerd who keeps a top 10. I have a top 200 on an old Facebook profile.
Number 10. Paul Mescal visits his alma mater.
Mescal has star power of his own.
Yeah, we have now a sea of people following us.
In only a short amount of time, Paul Mescal has become one of the biggest rising stars of his generation. From an unknown name to an Academy Award nominee, his burgeoning career is due in large part to his education. A graduate of the Lear Academy at Trinity College in Dublin, the drama school is where it all started. So it only made sense that his alma mater would be a stop on his whirlwind Gladiator II press tour. Welcomed by a massive mob of fans, Mescal appeared humbly overwhelmed by the support.
How's it going?
On campus, at times, this star was as struck as the students.
Are you all in college here? Yeah.
The surreal homecoming also reconnected him with his normal people roots, as his on-screen counterpart, Connell Waldron, is a Trinity alumnus as well. Talk about a full circle moment.
We have to get to class.
You have to go to class. Yeah, you should all go back to school. All right.
Number 9. Day out in Tokyo.
It's always my go-to little jumpers, like with prints on them.
Press tours can be all work and no play, but the Gladiator II cast found a balance. While promoting the sequel in Tokyo, the film's social media team followed Paul Mescal across the city as the actor went thrifting, snapped some pics, and even visited the movie's massive billboard at the famous Shibuya crossing. Along with co-star Fred Hechinger, the pair took in the surreal moment of seeing their faces lit up on one of the world's busiest intersections.
Do that.
The vlog ends with Mescal capping off the fun-filled day with some karaoke. And if you're wondering what tune he belted out, well, let's just say it's a good one.
What would be your
Karaoke.
What would be your song though? If
The Climb by Miley Cyrus.
Yes, yes.
Number 8. Gaeta and Caracalla are Beavis and Butthead.
I think it was more of a dynamic that we knew that we'd have to reach for both of us.
When it comes to creating a character, actors often base their roles on iconic figures.
You can hide a lot of truth in comedy. There's a deliciousness to them, but there's also a delight that they derive from the violence, which is it makes the whole thing more acceptable because it's all entertainment. So I think it's important that they're partially funny.
But for Joseph Quinn and Fred Hechinger, their portrayals of menacing twin brothers and real-life emperors Gaeta and Caracalla were influenced by a very unlikely duo. While talking to Entertainment Tonight, the two revealed their unexpected source of inspiration, the ever-dynamic duo of Beavis and Butthead. Not only that, but Hechinger also disclosed that they discussed the animated pair at length with their director Sir Ridley Scott.
I would say one of the few conversations we had was about a shared love of Beavis and Butthead and a slight relation and a little bit of these characters.
Those watch parties must have been a blast. Number 7. Paul Mescal plays with puppies.
God, send in the lions. No. Oh, hello. Oh, he's a heavy little boy.
Press tours can be draining and exhausting, but there can also be moments of pure joy, which is exactly what Paul Mescal got when he stopped by the radio station Capital FM. During his interview on the Capital Breakfast Show, the actor was treated to what might be the most adorable surprise of all time: puppies.
This is a great morning. Let's just be honest.
Okay. A lovely start to the day.
That's our very own capital lions that we've got with you there.
They're not particularly fearsome, but that's exactly what we want out of dogs dressed like lions.
Dressed as lions and a shark, a trio of dogs were brought into the studio, melting the hearts of both Mescal and listeners. Throughout the interview, he and one of the pups bonded through cuddles, and also via a savory treat from London's favorite chain bakery, Greg's.
Here we are. Good?
Like really bit blown out of proportion, no?
Average?
I'm gonna get cancelled for that. No, lovely.
Honestly, is there a better way to start your day? Number 6. The cast gush over each other.
I said that working with you was like being attacked by a wall.
And on that note, scene.
Love of the platonic kind was certainly in the air at the global Gladiator II premiere in London.
Critics are saying that it's a really good, a really good performance. Tell me.
And they're right.
Throughout the evening, the star-studded cast took every opportunity to sing each other's praises. At one point, Paul Mescal interrupted Pedro Pascal mid-interview to give his pal a warm hug, a kiss, and even called him the best.
He's the only director.
This is the best boy. This is the best boy. I'm getting out of here.
I was just saying, come back in here for a second.
Here we go.
I was just saying the most horrible things about
What was he saying?
And later on, Denzel Washington and his wife Pauletta Washington and Ridley Scott shared a sweet group hug. It's certainly clear that the cast and crew created a strong bond throughout this whirlwind experience in epic movie making, and fans are living for it. Number 5. Paul Mescal on Hot Ones.
Have you ever heard of the phrase, now we're sucking diesel?
No, but I might steal it.
That's an Irish phrase. It's like, after eating that now, you'd be like,
Now we're sucking diesel?
Now we're sucking diesel.
Paul Mescal has gone on record about the brutal heat he had to brave while filming his epic battle scenes in the Gladiator sequel, but surely nothing could have prepared him for the levels he faced during his appearance on Hot Ones.
Speaking of extraordinary heat, are you ready to move on
Teed you
here?
up. Very good. Very good.
During his episode, he sat down with host Sean Evans to answer burning questions while apprehensively tasting some flaming hot chicken wings. He did manage to make it all the way through, but not without breaking a sweat.
Feels like my body's going like, get out of me. And my nose is running.
Appearing on the show has become a rite of passage for celebs. And now, Mescal is one of the many champions of the internet's hottest challenge.
We're big, brave, strong boys.
Number 4. Kids Ask with Paul Mescal.
Well, April, not a big bug guy.
It's a hard question.
It's a hard
actually,
question.
yeah.
I don't spend a lot of time thinking. I'm going to go with worms because they're really good for the soil.
Of all the intense interviews Paul Mescal must have sat through, nothing could have prepared him for this. While chatting with BBC Radio 1, Mescal was asked a series of questions by children. The budding young journalists grilled him on everything from what is your favorite bug to why are your famous Gaelic football shorts so short?
Hi Paul, why are your shorts so short?
It's a good question, Lily.
Some questions even caused Mescal to blush, including a sudden interrogation on who he thinks is the best kisser in the world.
Ina, you've asked me a rude question on radio, and I don't appreciate it. I have an answer, but I'm not going to give it.
The old adage says that actors should never work with children, and maybe this is why. Number 3. Pedro Pascal and Paul Mescal on the behind-the-scenes experience.
He's got a new tattoo.
Yeah.
And it says, if I say it out loud, I will burst into tears.
It says, meet me in Montauk.
Appearing in crisp off-white suits, Pedro Pascal and Paul Mescal sat down with Entertainment Weekly to chat about all things Gladiator. Set against the ornate backdrop complete with marble statues and pillars, the interview also takes viewers behind the scenes of their magazine photo shoot. Cutting an intersection between fashion and filmmaking, Pascal and Mescal gave fans a brief taste of the enormous effort it takes to create a movie of this scale, at times delving into the mind of their director.
We lock eyes.
Let's
do it.
Alrighty, 3, 2, 1. Yeah.
What's your problem?
Nothing.
On the one hand, it's an in-depth conversation. On the other, it's striking poses. And the two colleagues, now friends, are a power pair of gladiatorial eminence.
I wasn't doing that at all.
You were very good in it.
That wasn't what I was playing.
What were you playing?
Number 2. Pedro Pascal's nail obsession.
How are you guys doing?
Good. How are you?
Oh, fantastic. I'm talking to you guys. Thank you.
Oh, wow. Wow. No kidding. That's crazy.
Thank you.
Cool.
Thank you so much. I'm not gonna lie, I got them done for you.
Just when we thought we couldn't love Pedro Pascal more, he manages to unlock a whole new level.
Let's see your nails first.
Oh, yes, of course.
They're very nice, yeah.
While being interviewed by IMDb, Pascal gets distracted by the host's perfectly polished manicure. He and co-star Connie Nielsen proceeded to admire her immaculate design, with Pascal stating that he's obsessed with nails.
I did. I'm not lying. I literally.
Are you serious?
I'm not joking.
Give him over.
Give him up. Give him over.
Oh my God,
That
look at
looks
that.
insane.
It's so great.
Literally.
No stranger to wearing polish himself, The Last of Us star famously rocked the 2024 Golden Globes red carpet with an arm cast complete with nails that spelt out "ouchie." Quietly emerging as a true fashion icon of our times, He knows that when it comes to looking good, it's all about paying attention to the smallest details.
And as a fan of your nails, I would like you to show them to me, please.
Before we unveil our top pick, here are a few honorable mentions. Pedro Pascal gets distracted at the premiere.
I'm not helping. But basically, did I answer your question?
Spicebox lunch. Paul Mescal enjoys the comforts of Ireland in Australia.
Trusting you, Paul.
Warm arm.
Coming home for a night out, or if you're just being broken up with.
It's a very comforting idea.
Mescal versus Pascal. The head-to-head we all need to see.
Pascal.
Win a wrestling battle.
I'm going to win that.
But I'm going to enjoy it.
Thanks for playing.
Denzel Washington's awkward handshake with King Charles.
I didn't know if I was supposed to grab your hand or not, but
So are you playing some friend?
just, an awful. I'm a lovely man, you'll see it.
Denzel Washington's sons put him in the hot seat.
Do you mind if I show you this question?
Okay.
Mr. Washington.
I
have a question.
Wait a minute.
Do you do all your own stunts?
Got my 2 sons.
Before we continue, be sure to subscribe to our channel and ring the bell to get notified about our latest videos. You have the option to be notified for occasional videos or all of them. If you're on your phone, make sure you go into your settings and switch on notifications. Number 1. Pedro Pascal and Paul Mescal test their friendship.
Fill in the blanks with this tweet that I wrote. Hate me if you must, but I love blank. I'm okay if that means we can't be friends.
Throughout his career, Paul Mescal has found himself as one half of many dynamic duos. From Daisy Edgar Jones to Andrew Scott to Saoirse Ronan and now Pedro Pascal, his friendships are plentiful. While sitting down with Lad Bible, though, he and his newest pal put their camaraderie to the test.
This is the greatest. No, what's the one? I'm a bit. The one when they're like, I can't remember.
This is me.
This is me.
Yeah.
Oh.
Armed with a series of questions, the two went head-to-head to see just how well they know each other. And along the way, fans found out a slew of little-known facts. For instance, Mescal is a fan of The Greatest Showman, and Pascal can't live without Captain Crunch.
I like Captain Crunch, but I have to live without it.
But most importantly, we learned that these two are now bonded for life. Which one of these Gladiator II build-up moments was your favorite? Let us know in the comments.
And here's the hair.
Do you agree with our picks? Check out this other recent clip from MsMojo. And be sure to subscribe and ring the bell to be notified about our latest videos.